Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Dracula44. So I was basically looking through some old footage and I came across this. And I thought, you know what, it has been a long time since one, I'd even watched it, and two, I'd actually taken into account how much the game had really changed. Do you remember the days when everyone wasn't so sweaty? Do you remember the days when everyone was a bit more equal on playing level? Yes, there were some skill people, had higher talents and were just very good at shooting games, but, generally speaking, a lot more people were a lot more killable, I suppose. So anyway, yeah, basically I took Mirage into a solo event. Now this was of course back in the days when the first collection event came out, and we got Octane's jump pad. What a time that was. It was the first collection event. There were lots of really nice skins, still some of the best around, and they wanted you to spend a lot of money. Needless to say, yeah, that was not the most popular thing ever, but there you go. So as you can see, I'm straight into the action. Bangalore shooting at me. I'm thinking, right, okay, second kill, good. And then someone steals my kill. I'm like, right, how dare you steal my kill? I'll throw out one of my crappy decoys that does nothing. You'll fall for it because you're new and you don't have a clue what's going on. And then I am going to take you down with the Peacekeeper. I felt a lot better for at least killing him. But yeah, as I was saying, the game has changed so much. When you look back over the launch, what was it, 4th of February 2019, to today's date, of course, which is the 12th of June 2020, you're talking about quite a long time, and there is a lot of changes that we've kind of experienced. Too many to mention, lots of new characters, nerfs, buffs, new weapons, and lots of things. Mirage was absolutely considered as one of the most terrible characters in the game. Personally, I thought he was a lot of fun, but however, was his decoys good? No. Was his, general passive and his ultimate very good? Not back in the day, because this was before you could even manually change it and actually, come out of invisibility. So it was pretty damn garbage. So yeah, we had no Crypto, no Watson, no Loba, and no Revenant even in those days. It was a very small and more select cast. But like I said, one of the big things with this is that the skill levels, although there were lots of talented players, like I said, the skill level probably wasn't as high. You felt like it was more, maybe the matchmaking was better, the actual sort of like the overall battles were a little bit more fair, and I don't understand why solo mode has never come back, because it's a mode that should be in any battle royale game. Fortnite has it. Loads of other games have it, even Cuisine Royale, a newer one that came out recently. So why doesn't Apex have duos, solos, squads of 4, and trios? Because, it should account for everyone's play style in the game. And I'm not saying that actually I'm a solo player particularly. Actually, I'm not. I much prefer playing with friends, and I'm much more squad based. However, if I haven't got any friends around and I happen to be on at the time, I want to actually be able to play solos without being killed or being on really terrible squads, because the players are absolutely dreadful, and let's face it, some of them are absolutely awful. Now, getting into the action, as you can sort of see, I've racked up 4 kills in the jump pad, Octane's gauntlet, should we call, not the jump pad, but it should be called that, or an alternative name. But yeah, it was a really good place, and it still is. But there's been lots of changes, hasn't it? We've lost Thunderdome, we've lost some other places. Now, what I did like here is actually the old sending out the decoy that way, going round to flank. He completely falls for it, and then I get the upper hand, shooting him in the back. And of course, yeah, I Peacekeeper him to death. This was, of course, before it became a care package weapon in the recent season. I can't believe it took that long for it to become a care package weapon, but there you go. Same as the Devotion, really. There were still Devotions running around. Havoc, I think, had been launched, if I remember. I can't quite recall, actually, if the Havoc had come out. I think it had. It was still quite new at that point. So lots and lots of things that are so different about the game. And just when you look back at just generally how the game played, there were some really great things. There were some things that they definitely made a lot better. I definitely feel like, Mirage in Season 5 is much more amazing than it ever was in the gameplay that I'm showing here. You had to use maybe a lot more skill, which I guess is a good thing, but then there wasn't the same level of sweaty players that there was as well. So, you know, I think the update has been really positive for him. As regards to sort of like the reworks, I mean, I'm going to be doing a video after this one, actually, my thoughts on Mirage's rework and what I like and what I don't like so much. And I'll be going through some details about that and explaining it. But as you can see, the guy falls for the decoy, he starts shooting, realizes it's not me, and he's eliminated. As I say, an advantage of people maybe not being as familiar. Now, I did take some footage. I edited some out because, of course, you know, I wanted to keep the pace of the game reasonable. But a trip through memory lane as going through good old Skulltown. The memories of the absolute insanity and craziness. There was plenty of deaths here, plenty of kills here, plenty of other stuff going on, and I'm sure that everyone loved this particular area, especially if you were trying to push for things like the 20 kill badge, the 4K badge, and all those things, because this probably was the one place that you went to pretty much try and get it. Thunderdome was a great drop spot as well, which again has been removed, and I'm very upset about that, because that was one of my favourite places on Kings Canyon. However, I'm sure that they will re-release the old maps as well at some point, so hopefully that we'll get to revisit those excellent places, because they really were great, and it is such a shame that they had been removed as such. Now, I do hear a zip line and I hear a pathfinder going across. I won't lie and say that I don't miss the constant grappling, the constantly on you part. Season 5 has been better for that, but lots and lots of other changes. Well, yeah, okay, so I see a Wraith, lots of shooting, we start shotgunning each other, missing lots of shots, he jumps, and I get the predicted pattern, and I think, okay, I'm going to shoot you in the face, which I do. But yeah, I mean, like, even, you know, Gibraltar, back in the day, he was considered, you know, not that good. This was pre-buffs, so they hadn't buffed him as much, if I remember, so he was kind of, like, not a bad character, but he wasn't as strong as he is now, to the point of being maybe broken. Wraith hadn't been nerfed as much. You know, Caustic didn't have his 15% damage reduction either, and he's now, you can see through gas. There were lots and lots of changes, so this is why I wanted to sort of take a trip down memory lane, because you just want to remind yourself of how different the game and how much the game has changed over the time it's been out. As you can see, I mean, I'm running up the sort of like the good old Skull and Bones, and I see a massive explosion at Bangalore's ultimate. She starts shooting at me, I believe, so I, of course, don't push or don't sort of like decide to jump down or anything. The height advantage is usually a good thing. And, of course, I do remember the days as well where the good old gold shield was fast healing, where you could actually do a shield battery in like 3 seconds instead of 5. I preferred, definitely, the old gold shield. I'm not going to say I didn't. But, however, you know, again, lots and lots of things going on. I mean, there's going to be some changes to the gold knockdown shield from what I've heard as well. So, you know, I mean, pros do take a lot of influence into the game, and I do feel that, you know, if there are some complaints about gold shield and gold knockdowns, whereas in normal play they're not maybe as strong, or they're just, you know, decent, I do feel that maybe they needed 2 different things, one for tournament mode and one for normal, to stop the complaining, rather than affecting our casual game base, like myself, where they keep changing things, which I think is really, you know, disappointing in a way that they only listen to the pros. It's the same as a lot of gaming companies. Now, the Bangalore, I can sort of see crawled along, couldn't hear me, probably because of the big smoke canisters on her back, making so much noise. She tries to jump up, realises then that I'm there, and I do get lucky with this. I mean, I definitely was pretty close, and so far doing pretty well. Now, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the video. I will leave the last bit to the end, because the solo match, it was pretty good. The only thing that is one regret for me is that I made a very stupid mistake at the end, and needless to say, I really kind of kicked myself for it, because I should have won, and let's just say it could have gone a lot better if I'd just made some better decisions. I guess like anything, we learn by our mistakes, we learn by how we play, we learn by taking the right opportunities, and Apex is a progressive game, and I'd like to think I've progressively got better than I was at the time of this solo match, but however, you know, there are always things that you can look to improve. But anyway, I will leave it at that. If you want to watch to the end and see what happens, please do. I appreciate the time that you've taken to actually watch this match. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course if you do like the video, drop a like below, that'd be massively appreciated. If you want to subscribe for future content from me, that would be amazing, and I'd really appreciate the support, because I am still a growing channel. I'm still a small-time YouTuber at the moment, and I'm still looking to try and grow and just gain you know, some more views, some more progress, and some more recognition. It's going to take time, I'm sure, but however, it's something that I'm really trying to do. But otherwise, that is it from me. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of the day, weekend, whatever it is you're doing, and I'll speak to you on the next video. Take care. Cheers now. Bye.
Round 7. Beginning ring countdown. Progress.
Already inside the ring. Nice.
Final round. Beginning ring countdown.
Just gotta patch myself up.
Ring closing completely.
Alright, final ring. It's almost over. Just gotta patch myself up.
This is your champion.